What's up, everyone? It's Gabby Trades here, and welcome back to the channel. Well, it is a pivotal week for crypto and overall for the financial markets, and today I will share with you my trading plan. But before we dive in, you guys, don't forget to smash that like button. As usual, subscribe if you're new here, more than welcome, and hit the small bell so you never miss a live breakdown here with me. All right, good morning, everyone. Let's just give it a little bit of time for everyone to join. Hello, Raza. Hello, everyone. And we're going to jump straight into it over here, not wasting any minutes. So, of course, we're going to start with the most recent economic data that we got. Hello, Soda. So today we're getting core retail and retail sales. As we can see, the results were better than expected. We beat forecasts over here. We have 0.6 on the retail sales month over month, while actually import and export prices rose 0.3, which is, of course, when you think about it, is going to signal that inflation is not going anywhere. Of course, most importantly, we're having tomorrow the FOMC, the federal funds rate. Now, actually, the meeting is going to be held today and tomorrow, and everyone knows we're expecting 25 basis points rate cuts over here. But some of the financial giants over there, such as JP Morgan, and I spoke about that on my main channel on Monday a little bit more in depth. So you guys, if you want to hear that, make sure to subscribe to my main channel. It is in the description box. But basically, JP Morgan was warning that this might be sell the news risk, right? Because Powell might signal caution. But you know what? They're not worried only because of that, but they're also worried because they're thinking the hype might already be priced in. So let me know in the chat box, you guys, what do you think? Is the hype already priced in for the rate cuts? And, you know, the reality is that the markets indeed are overextended. Maybe we're not seeing that with Bitcoin. Maybe we're not seeing, you know, Ethereum did quite well, actually. There's nothing to complain about. It's been a little weak lately, but yes, we saw the all-time high. So basically, the TradFi has been exploding, though. It's been doing very, very well. So over there, the market looks a little bit overextended. Look at gold, look at S&P 500. We literally made fresh new all-time highs on NASDAQ as well. So, you know, you have to think about how if the tone of the Fed is dovish, again, tech's gonna go up, gold's gonna go up. But if he has a hawkish tone, then you're gonna be expecting for the dollar to go up, and of course everything else is going to be pressured, you guys. Over here, Thursday, unemployment claims on Friday. It seems like quite empty and that nothing's happening, but actually Friday is a big day as well, the 19th of September. Now, why is that? Because it's going to be the expiry. We call it the triple witching. It's because the expiries are happening for stock index options as well as futures. So that could spark a huge volume, you know, spikes and sharp swings, especially post-Fed repositioning. But also think about it, like on you know, on Wednesday and Thursday, it should be like so crazy already that maybe Friday is not even going to be that insane with the triple witching that occurs several times throughout the year. Like we mentioned, S&P 500 has been super overextended, just keeps making new all-time highs, but the signals are there, right? The signals are there. It's looking weird, and the reason for that is because the VIX has been rising as well. So when the S&P 500 and the VIX is rising, that is signaling you that the traders are actually hedging. They're hedging their risk into the Fed. Not to mention gold making, you know, again, new all-time highs, absolutely outperforming everything. You know, that asset used to be pressured for so many years. I've been trading gold for many years, you guys, and that asset used to be so pressured, like pressured. And now it is just unleashing itself. It is so beautiful to see. But anyway, so these are the main stuff over here, and then we have some side news that are interesting to see. We had Tesla stock absolutely exploded. That was really interesting to see. Let's see if we have Tesla over here. Where is my Tesla? Where is my Tesla over here? So just ignore this. But yeah, it just, you know, it absolutely exploded. And the reason for that is because Musk bought 1 billion worth of in Tesla shares. So that lifted the momentum quite heavily. But of course, if you start reading the articles, people are going to say, but it's still a single name risk. It is. I mean, I get it, but also the man is actually trusting and believing. The confidence is unbelievable. He's got a huge confidence that Tesla is going to perform. And over here, if you look at the indicators, indeed, we're seeing that price is trying to get to 489.24 right now at the very least, right? Because this is a major liquidation point. How do I get these points? I use them every day. Again, you guys, go in the description box of this video, by the way, because that's where you will find a link for the trading indicators. Yay, no ad today. Wait, it might be coming. Is it? No. Okay, so if you come in the description box of this video, you'll find my main channel, the trading indicators, very important, my course waitlist, and all of the deals that me and Coin Bureau have managed to find for you guys. We have absolutely crazy offers over here on Tapbit, 2bit and Bybit, you guys, depending on whether you want to trade KYC, non-KYC, whatever you want. The deals over here are crazy, especially Tapbit has the highest bonuses out of all the deals that I have here for you guys. So make sure to check the description box for that. And I'll keep making some more videos to help you guys on this as well. But yeah, that's in regards with Tesla. This was the announcement over here, and it's doing you know, it pulled back a little bit, but now it's still doing good. Let's see what else we have here. Well, Trump is actually calling to end quarterly earnings. So that essentially is going to mean that he wants to have less frequent reporting. So that is going to mean for us that if we're getting less frequent reporting, well, that is going to show us way bigger swings, and you know, it might be even lower transparency in a way some people argue in this article. What else I have here in my tabs open? Yeah, we have the Fed Watch tool, 96.1%. Happy days. Almost 100% sure that this is going to happen now. The fear and greed was sitting in greed earlier today when I looked. Same right now. We're sitting still in the greedy territory over here, so that is fine for now. But also remember that when we're in the greed territory, if something happens, whatever it is, yes, you guys, make sure to like the video. The swings can be also a little bit like, price is going to be sensitive right now. If it's in the greed territory, it might swing back at least to neutral very, very fast. So we need to be aware of all of these things. Now let's see what's happening in the chat box over here while I move to Bitcoin. Lower time frame, so you guys don't get absolutely scared from my charts, which I understand they might look a little crazy, but we're gonna focus on the current price action. Okay, here we go. We have Dutchy, Darren, and Hermeses, Raza, Mr. Blake. You guys, hello. Good morning, everyone. Zulu, greetings to you as well. Arun, thank you. Discover Florida, Mark C, and everyone else. Hope you guys are doing well today. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a, you know, crazy week. I expect you guys expect it. It's just, it is what it is. So basically the thing is over here, finally, we have the true week open. So over here, you know, for me, the month starts second week of September. This open of the week is over here for me, sitting at around 15,400. Now, price trading below it today, actually, to me, this looks bullish. I know price is looking like absolutely it wants to send down, and it could essentially send down, but until the end of the day, my bias continues to be to the upside for a scalp. Honestly, overall on Bitcoin, things for me are not looking that particularly great. I don't mind, right? Because I'm long at a very good position from 108 on Bitcoin. So right now I'm still like 200% in profit out on mines. But the thing is, what I'm expecting from here is I do want to see another leg up on Bitcoin, right? I want to see another leg up. hopefully today, right? Today coming into tomorrow, I want to see another leg up, and then I will start. I will continue, because I've already been cutting my long. I will continue to cut my long, and the areas for me are going to be around 17K, 18K, and then overall up here, I think it's going to be absolutely insane if we manage to get 19,841. But I'm kind of expecting that to happen, from where I would be probably positioning myself, you know, for price to kind of drop, right? If it doesn't drop from now, maybe another leg up. If the leg up is going to happen, it should happen anywhere from right about now, right? Anywhere from right about now, the leg up should happen. And if it doesn't, price is sending probably directly to the downside. For what reason? Well, there is lots of liquidity gathered here, and it is kind of safe to do that. It is kind of safe. We can create a higher high if we do that, so it's absolutely fine. The areas over here that I'm watching in case price continues to puke in a way to the downside is 13,400, but not for major hold on the support. But then I'm more looking at 12,000 Bitcoin and then 11,000 Bitcoin, and ultimately, you guys, where we do have liquidity on the 4-hour, like we can't leave that unnoticed. Ultimately is going to be around 110K, 109,900. So the reason for that is because if we lose this level, it's not going to be very pretty. Like if we lose 110 Bitcoin, then you guys, the next areas are going to be around 104.5, 105.5. That's where we're going to be starting to look for support right now. But yeah, very, very tough price action. And Monday, by the way, again, if you don't follow my main channel, make sure to go and smash follow on the Gabby Trades main channel, because on Monday, we were preparing about all of this price action. We were discussing everything. But yeah, the idea is very clear. The way price looks at the moment, overall, it's not bullish, right? It's not bullish. Anything above 115,435, right, is like a squeeze. Anything above 100,000 and 15,400 for Bitcoin is going to be sort of a squeeze, in my opinion. So that is a squeeze. So then, you know, price should drop and clear everything out. Let's see. But also Monday, we discussed why Ethereum is going to be weaker this week. Technically, it was very obvious on the charts. You know, there was very clear divergence between Bitcoin and you know, and Ethereum. The reason for that is, you know, it's just very obvious. You see how we're making lower highs for Ethereum, the same momentum. Like if you draw your lines on the dates, you will see that Bitcoin was making higher highs. So what tends to happen usually is then you short the weaker asset, which in that case was Ethereum. Perfect tap into our zone, and then a retrace. So for ETH right now, very, very weak. Just like we discussed on Monday, like I said, not here because I stream with you guys on Tuesday. Yeah, we're gonna look at APT. You guys feel free to put your alt requests in the chat box right now. We're gonna have some time after we finish with the mains. But yeah, the thing is, ETH, again, for support, you're looking at around 4,381, 4,300. But honestly, you guys, if you lose 4,381 and then God forbids you lose 4,305, then you're looking for price to potentially retest the 4,000 zone on Ethereum. So far so good. I mean, it's not very nice, but hey, pullback is a pullback, right? No problem, guys. We're gonna, yeah, Sol, of course, we're gonna start with Sol. You know, we discussed that last week, and I tried to warn you guys. Sol is in a sell zone, right? It's a massive sell zone. Technically, looking at the, you know, at the candlesticks on a daily, you won't see any confirmation for a short whatsoever. Only the 12 hour is giving clue. That's why, you know, a lot of the people are asking me, why are you using the 12-hour time frame? Well, I'm using the 12-hour time frame because the daily, sometimes the does not give the confluences that I'm looking for in order to be a bit more confident for the position. But over here, if you look on the 12-hour, there was a clear break and a retest of a level to which price is dropping down from. And if we assess over here real quick, we can do that. If we assess, we can see, even maybe don't pull it that much, we can see that price has a huge chance of retesting around 212, 210, maybe a little bit lower, maybe even drop into the buy zone over here. That is also a possibility. And then the bigger extension then is going to drop us at around these levels down here for Solana. So, the month opened at around 182. Obviously, we don't want to see that. Obviously, we don't. Actually, let's get rid of this so we don't confuse people. This is for my Discord community where, I make the daily updates. But anyway, even without the standard deviation, it is very clear, you guys. I drew the levels for you. You're basically at a sell zone at the 0.786 at Solana, right? No confirmation on the daily, no confirmation on the 4-hourly. 12-hourly is giving us a clue. 214. Let's see. If that's going to be stronger to beat, but I'll be very, very happy if price drops to that level, because it is going to give an opportunity to re-enter. So yeah, 214 and also even 205, you guys. Yes, all right, cool. Yeah, make sure to hit the like button, you guys. Make sure to support the stream, because we need to pump the likes. I don't know, Coin Bureau Trading, what's happening? You guys are not watching lives too much, but you need to start doing it, because you're getting the information immediately, raw, real time. ADA, yeah, no problem. We can look at ADA. So yeah, ADA's been holding a little bit well. Like the alts are holding this New York dump at the moment. It was like a classic pump and dump scenario through the within the New York Open. But the thing about ADA is, again, it's been in a sell zone since pretty much like $1. This is pretty much $1. Lots of levels that we kind of broke, right? We kind of broke. There is not much to complain, to be fair. We retested a bit deeply, and now we're breaking daily levels that are quite important. So it's very ultimately important for price to hold yet again. So we have the one level that price is trading at. So this is one opportunity, right? 0.8644, trying to hold. Bulls are trying to hold the level. Maybe they will. If they fail, 0.8301, and if that starts failing, well, you guys, then we're probably going to be looking at at the buy zone down here, 0.7594. But yeah, for that sort of things, again, you guys, if you're looking for a place to trade these stuff, make sure to click more in the description box, and then you can find Tabbit. If you're looking for a non-KYC, or if you're looking for KYC, whatever. But there's lots of bonuses that especially Tabbit have rewarded me with. So if you guys want to get some bonuses, get on that. It's quite cool. And I made a video on it, by the way, in the main record videos on Coin Bureau Trading channel. So you guys are welcome. Go ahead, check it out if you haven't seen it. I actually released it yesterday, so yeah, make sure to check it out. Overall, ADA, we've kind of cleared the liquidity down here, so I'm not worried that we're coming back to levels such as 0.51. I don't think that's going to be the case. We do have a lot of support before that, so hopefully price is just going to play nice and bounce from here. What else did I promise you guys? APT, yeah, sure. APT, oh gosh, still sitting at 4.3, down 0.43% on the day, trading at the lower range of this, kind of a grid situation that we're seeing here with all the supports and resistances. Holding the buy zone overall. What can I tell you? It's just trying to hold the line right now. It's trying to hold the line. It's not showing signs of too much strength at the moment. Good thing is daily liquidity is still there. We haven't, we've been speaking about this liquidity since end of August, you guys. And price is just refusing to play with us. As you can see, the levels are being rejected. 4.3 actually very strong level. 4.324, let's be a little 4.321 needs to hold right now, pretty much. And if it doesn't hold, to be fair, the triangular formation, this whole area here is a buy zone, so we might even retest $4 in case we start dropping, but that should be still fine. The daily liquidity is there, and that's important. So whatever happens, we know this price is going to go back up. What will be the stop loss for APT? So depending on the leverage you want to use, these ones are a little bit of a high time frame positionings over here, but essentially if you want to give it a go here, let's delete a little bit of drawings over here that potentially we don't need. So yeah, I do not recommend copy trading, you guys, just in general. I think it's very bad for your trading, for your skills. However, if you're looking to enter over here, I think the stop loss needs to be quite a stop loss, right? Quite a stop loss. At the very least, you want to be at least below 4.2, around 4.2 somewhere. So yeah, and that's on the 12 hourly. If we look on the 4 hourly, we can potentially assess that a little bit more. Yeah, if you're looking on the 4 hourly, again, it's kind of hard, but let me try and find something for you. Yeah, unfortunately no. Like, yeah, you have to be below 4.2 to be fair. Like, it's what the technicals are showing. You would have to be around there, but essentially over here, let's have a look again. You have a mini buy zone over here created. Actually, let's mark it. Yeah, it's this little block over here. So yeah, essentially you do have a break of structure. Actually, you guys, if you go ahead and watch the video, I gave you one trading strategy to use, and this is pretty much kind of like a setup like that. So if you're looking at the trading strategy that I gave you on the Coin Bureau trading channel, if you haven't checked it, you guys, it should be something like this. And then you're looking for a 1 to 2, but hopefully you know this could be a bigger hold. But yeah, this is a major support down here, but unfortunately the stop loss has to be a little bit big just to cover in case there is a drop. Oban Krishna, yes, I watched it. All right, yeah, that's good, guys. That's good. I'm very happy. Are we going down or up after FOMC? To be honest, mates, I'm not sure. I don't think anyone knows particularly, but yeah, for me it's a huge risk, and the swings are going to be massive. So I just trade what I see, and even when you trade what you see, there isn't much guarantee when you have news like that, which are, you know, massive news. So yeah, the tone is important. Let's get rid of this. That was last time when we were assessing. So currently on Link, we're still holding the buy zone over here. Weekly support, massive, big support. It looks like it's holding so far. So quite positive on this, actually. Hopefully this is going to continue to hold over here, because if you start losing the weekly support, then you'll probably come down a little bit further, potentially retest the $20 on Link. So yeah, definitely don't want to see that, but it's possible, right? It's possible. But if you're ranging up like that and you're like essentially so that's a leg up, a massive leg up, you know, after previous leg up, and then you start ranging, you know, some traders are betting on the opportunity to position yourself at the lower parts of the range, expecting essentially another expansion on this, right? So yeah, no problem. Okay, cool, you guys. Many requests over here. Peak, actually, that's interesting. Let's have a look at Peak. Am I looking at the right one? Probably. Yeah, well, nice confirmation right now for a bottom. Not bad, not too bad. Is it to be trusted though? I'm not entirely sure. It kind of reminds me a little bit of this formation over here. Nice break. So let's say if price was here right now, I'll be quite positive that this should be a higher low. But essentially what happened was we created a lower low over here, and that was in May. Well, price just continued to trend down, and now essentially is pulling another one of these. So is it real? Well, this is what we need to figure out. This is 12-hour time frame. Daily, yeah, currently at support. Essentially, you know, this was respected. The high over here was respected, as you can see. So you would now assume that this should turn to support right now, right? And if you lose that support, then you have a second lifeline around here, 0.0732. And if you lose the second lifeline, you're most probably going to create a lower low yet again. ARB, yeah, absolutely. Thank you for asking so kindly. I like that. We can look at that, absolutely. Yeah, ARB on the day and the last few days, not great. Not great. But if you remember last time we were looking at it, we were looking at this balanced price action, and essentially we were considering this as a potential retracement. Still kind of holding the buy zone. Price is still within the buy zone. Buyers are really trying very hard to hold for ARB, which we appreciate. You know, but yeah, if they lose 0.45, 0.42, these areas are most probably going to be retested. Most probably. Let's have a look. Weekly. I'm not entirely respecting the break at the moment on the weekly, so yeah. But it's kind of confirmed bottom over here. It is kind of a confirmed bottom, but you know, not anything crazy. Like I wouldn't really hope for much on this coin because it's been extensively bearish. So potentially $1, I think is pretty much the safe bet. $1, and then if you're lucky, maybe 1.54, but that's luck to me. Oh, DOT. Yeah, of course, man. DOT's crazy one. I like DOT. We have double liquidity on DOT on a weekly time frame. Absolutely brilliant. So what can I tell you? Like, I've been trying to catch this long since the first time we took this liquidity down here. And it's been terrible. Like, it's been terrible because it never works like, oh, it's going to be, you know, we have double liquidity. Let me just explain to you. We have double liquidity. It's never as simple as price gonna take one side one time and then it will go. No, it plays around. It can touch it several times. It can create a lower low, which it did essentially over here. So yeah, it's been a little tough to trade. But yeah, this formation, I've been planning to trade it since December, and we're December last year. So we're finally into that moment. It's the moment of truth for DOT. Are we going to see $12 this cycle? Right? This is the final moment for DOT, and the technicalities are saying we should do so. You know, it's just one of those things. It's very hard to catch. And right now, again, daily time frame, you're seeing double liquidity, so maybe retest again $3.5. That's what I would be that's what I'd be assuming. In fact, let's mark it. 3.423 could be retested again. Kind of annoying in my opinion, right? It is kind of annoying. How's it, Z Trader? Hello. XLM, Mr. Blake. I think Mr. Blake was earlier on my stream as well. We can look at that. Weekly is not looking too bad. The buy zone is not holding too great. Buy zone is not holding too great. You have a massive weekly imbalance over here. Massive weekly imbalance. So send it at least to the break, in my opinion. Maybe not pretty, but let's mark it. I think this is going to be nice. 0.3357 in case. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It could, because this is really trying to hold. It's trying to hold over here as a breaker block, or an inversion, to be more precise. But 0.65, it wants it basically. But how is it gonna work? Is it gonna hold? A bit hard right now, especially in a week like that. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 lows. Not ideal. Not ideal. You don't really want that. You want for price to reverse right now. To be fair. Very long message. I can't trade. Gabby, how much leverage do you generally is very general. Like it really depends, honestly. Like for example, now that I'm trading Bitcoin, for example, my Bitcoin long is at I think 35 max X leverage. Did I open a long on ETH? I don't remember right now. I think if I did 25x or 20x, something like that. When price is volatile, like it's very hard. Sometimes I do high leverage. Sometimes, you know, I get scrutiny for doing like 100x. But that's because I'm scalping. So, you know, if I'm scalping, of course I'm gonna do like 100x. Like, what else am I doing? Like, I don't trade with $1 million. Gabby, do you use liquidity zones in your trading strategies? Yeah, mate, I do. And I actually have them drawn with my indicators. That's how I use them. These are the indicators, you guys. Honestly, just find them in the description box over here. They're like, you do have to pay, but you pay because of the developers are absolutely amazing. It's very cheap, so they're very good, honestly, and help a lot of people. All right, sounds good. 100x sounds risky. Yeah, I know it sounds risky, but like if you're trading on the 5-minute time frame, maybe you won't find it that bad. Let's look at ETH BTC. So ETH BTC clearly wants to retest 0.03836. Ouch. So yeah, pretty much wiped everything from last week on ETH BTC over here. So yeah, is it going to retest 0.03836 and holds yet again? Hopefully, because if it doesn't, then we're dropping to the buy zone over here, you guys. What a day! What a day is all I can say. So yeah, for me, the way today is trading, price is supposed to retrace a little bit up. Today, that is pretty much the last chance, in my opinion, today, because if it doesn't, it's gonna confuse me a little bit. But basically what happens is I tend to like identify in the morning early the price action and where everything is standing. I look at Asia, I look how everything's been trading up to the close, and then I identify how I want to position if I'm really desperate to position myself in that particular day. So yeah, I'm still leaning towards today of this price like expanding a little bit up for the day. I'd love to see that. And if it doesn't happen, you guys, honestly, it's gonna get a little scary, but we are here for it. Gabby, when to sell? Gabby, when to sell altbacks? Any technical indicator you're using? No, not really. I'm not okay, technical indicator. I mean, yeah, I do. And that's why I try to tell you guys, right? I mean, I'm not saying where you should buy or where you should sell. This is not something you are going to hear from me, because it's not supposed to be like that, right? I'm not supposed to be managing your portfolio. You're supposed to come here and hear what I would do and what I do with my altcoins. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? That's funny. Okay. So ADA, for example, right? ADA, the way I like to draw my charts is, and I tell you guys every single time, so if you ask me that question, it means to me that you're not listening, right? You're not listening. You have to listen, you have to be concentrated. So for example, for ADA, right? For ADA, if everything goes well, if everything goes by plan, the way I have my fib drawn, that is how I identify where I want to sell, right? So for example, 1.6, I would cut a little bit, right? ADA. 2.4, I cut a lot, right? Because I'm not here thinking that ADA is going to go to $4, right? Maybe it could, but I'm like extremely conservative. Did I miss the SAY chart? No, you didn't, mate. Let's look at SAY real quick. SAY, same thing. What can I tell you? Very good levels for a buy, in my opinion. Like very, very good levels. 0.236. What more do you want, honestly, in a price leg like that, like overall higher time frame, whatever. So yeah, for example, say I'll be looking at 0.62. I'll be looking at 0.92. Am I going to be looking at $1? Probably not. Will I hold a little bit of my bag for $1? Probably, you know, but am I going to secure it? For sure. Like, you know, this is not 2022, you guys, honestly. Like, if you're thinking we're getting like, you know, crazy excess, I don't think it's going to happen. Mate, stop spamming. No one cares. So yeah, let's look at SAY real quick on a daily here. Some liquidity left down here. I don't really like it. That's on a daily. Price is trying to hold. It has honestly, it has a chance to hold right now from this support at 0.3170. Buyers are trying to hold, but the level before that hasn't been respected. So again, in between levels, right? In between levels. So if you're bearish overall on the chart, maybe wait for that liquidity to be swept, right? And if you're super bullish, well, it is a chance over here, not gonna lie. And then you have maybe the daily resistance to break over here, 0.39, and then pretty much straight line up to 6.2. All right, you guys. Well, what else? Did we miss anything? I think we checked everything. Let's have a look at Bitcoin dominance real quick before we before it bounce. Yeah, so we were looking at that level 57.2, very real level, you know, very real level that Bitcoin used to bounce from quite sometimes, right? Back in 2020, like it's a real level, right? We're bouncing because it is a real level. It's not like we're making stuff up. So yeah, we wanted for price to drop, retest that level. Now that's happening and price is rebounding. Let's see if it's going to happen, because essentially this is still in a bearish rotation. It is still in a bearish rotation, even though it's retracing right now. Nothing is confirmed. In fact, you're seeing the first rejection zone over here. This is your first rejection zone. So let's hope that you know, that's going to reject, and then we just continue on our path to the downside. All right, you guys, lovely to have you here. Again, if you've missed the beginning, if you've missed the end, go and watch it out. Go and check my main YouTube channel. If you haven't, support it, make it grow, and all the amazing offers, you guys, honestly, KYC, non-KYC, super bonuses for signups down here. Whatever you want, you can find everything in the description box. Really appreciate you guys, and it's always a huge pleasure to be with you. I hope you have a great rest of your day.